All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Yakim out there laboring, the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I pretty much want to put my spiritual 2 cents in and land back on the brothers, they've been rebuking Sakari, pretty much him and in his whole bunch of this motley crew, so to speak, and seeing that these individuals are going into a deep, dark place, and it's not of the Lord. It was a video where, Spark with Brothers pretty much chimed in on a video where he claimed to be a Hoover Crip. You see? Now, this whole street mentality, is pretty much being married into this truth, so to speak. That whole engineered black culture, okay, pretty much, that spirit of that old man is seeping into this truth, and it's more evident. It came a point in time where even when Sakari, when he first broke off from the Commonwealth, pretty much being trained up by Great Millstone, even back then, he did wear the rightful garments that we go out there in with the sackcloth, so to speak. At one point, he did wear it, but you're seeing now how it has the transformation of now his men out here. And what I have here on the screen is pretty much a clip from Deacon Destruction Mode, which is pretty much a second in command, which you see here, with his back turned with the black hoodie on. But I want you to focus on the left-hand side with this individual, okay, with the vest on, and pretty much he has a sidearm. You see here on the screen. You see? So this is where we at now with this whole, ministry with these men, and this is playing right into the hands of Esau, because Esau is playing the long carnal game, so to speak. All right, these men are pretty much have been given enough rope to pretty much hang themselves, so to speak. And whatever bag that they took, because there had to be some sort of agreement behind the scenes, because now, what entices the people to come to these guys, is pretty much this whole bringing this whole rap industry into it. And who's pretty much behind the industry? You see? You always got to follow the money when you see these things, man. So this engineered sub black culture is pretty much seeping in to this truth, man. Which makes these guys pretty much, when the time of persecution comes, public enemy number one. Okay? It's already set, because it's already, the fact is that the people are looking at these men, and pretty much they're going off on the doctrine as well, and this really shows you that the oil is leaving these guys, man. There's nothing more, but these guys are a bunch of reprobates that are out there, you see. But this is what they're turning their ministry into, But real quick, let's get the definition of public enemy number one. Okay? Public enemy number one is an odium that refers to most wanted criminal in a country or the biggest threat to society. You see? Okay? And, pretty much, you already, got the, this ministry, the men of the Lord, on that alphabet list, so to speak. You see? Okay? This will be deemed the biggest threat to society. You see? It says, it can also refer to someone or something that many people don't like or approve of. You see? And it's pretty much going right into this ministry being taught, man. You see? But, like I said, image is everything. And this is all of what they're going to see. Even if it was a simple, they were out there on a simple breakdown on who you are, they look at that image and they see, pretty much this is what they're going to see, This stuff is pretty much brought into the ministry, man. You know, pretty much, liberty to wear hoodies on your head, reading the scriptures, wearing hats, so to speak. You know, and pretty much everybody has this dark continence about them, man. You see, this goes into how ISUBK is, man. You know, and we already know that they're pretty much bought and paid for. But the whole imagery of what they're going to put out there, okay, to demonize this truth is going to show these men. You see, okay, this is pretty much a easy slam dunk in the eyes of Edom, man. Okay, all right, he already has these people like this lined up already, man, ready to demonize his truth, man. You see, all right. Let's get a scripture real quick. You know what? I think I had a little bit more on this public enemy number one. All right, let me read this here. The phrase, speaking about public enemy number one, because it's a phrase, an odium, a phrase, it says the phrase has been used in the United Kingdom since the 17th century and was widely used during the French Revolution. Now, check this out. In 1793, Robespierre stated that the revolutionary government owed all protection to good citizens, and noting that the enemies of the people who should be put to death. You see? So pretty much, man, and you're seeing now, right? You're seeing now this place here is going to be at an impasse, man, within the next several months, man. You see? Okay? And pretty much, man, they're going to have the fall guy, so to speak, man. You know? And the fall guy, man, is these individuals here that's going to have to pretty much have this ministry blamed, man. You see? All right? But this is what I always say, man. When you break off from Great Millstone, man, you're liable to go off. But I want to start with a scripture real quick. Let's go to let's go to Second Peter's. All right, Second Peter's chapter 2. Let's start at this 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh, in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. And these guys pretty much despise order, man. Okay, you see, these are the leaders here, and Deacon Destruction Mode. He's pretty much along with Sakari. Pretty much he's in second command. But they're walking after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness, man. And what's that uncleanness, man? Not letting go of that old man, pretty much, or bringing that negative black subculture, that has our people in derision, and bringing it into the ministry, man. Making it the new cool thing, so to speak. This is what you pretty much are bringing in, a lot of bad spirits, man, from people that are coming in, man. Coming in and thinking that they can walk, in the flesh of their own spirit, and still be out there on the highways and hedges, man. And that's not the case, man. You see? Okay, these men are not being built up. The foundation is not being solid for these new men coming in, or the men that are already out there. You see? But you're seeing the slowly transformation of when, that time comes for the persecution, man. When they show those guys, it just looks like a regular bunch of regular street niggas, man, on the street. Just to put it blunt. This is no different from somebody that would pretty much come up behind you and rob you, man. Okay? This is the images that they're putting out there, man. You see? Right? Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. You see? And they got a problem with being rebuked, man. They continually to pretty much harden their neck, so to speak, man. Every time they do get rebuked, man. You see? And we always catch them on a continuous basis of them going off, man. And it just goes to show you that they have become reprobates. You see? All right? But pretty much, though, they're going to be that face they use, because now you understanding now that these guys have a real close debating relationship with the so-called Edomite Christian community. including vocab. You see? All right. So pretty much, vocab is going to be quick when the time comes to pretty much present these guys as the culprits, man. You know, you see, and put their face out there. You see, that's pretty much the point right there. You know, but we're seeing where this is headed, man. Okay, we're seeing where it's headed. These guys are pretty much, man. They are not in the spirit, man. You know. All right. Let's go to Romans real quick. Romans chapter 8. All right. Verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. And these guys do. They do mind the things of the flesh. They mind the things of this world, so to speak, man. Okay? These guys are pretty much putting out their clothing lines and pretty much, man, what is it? It's not in the spirit, man. This is just regular, everyday urban gear that they pretty much are putting out there and trying to put a spiritual twist on it, so to speak. Okay? And these guys refuse to understand that pretty much, man, they dishonor their own head when their head is covered, man. And now they have a lot of these followers now, okay, that pretty much are following right behind what they're doing. You see? They're electing to pretty much wear whatever it is they're wearing. You're really even seeing the fringes anymore on them. You see? Okay? Most of the time when if they're only wearing a shirt with fringes on it, you're not really even seeing that. You see? The Lord didn't say put a t-shirt and put fringes on it, so to speak. You see? The Lord said that we're going to be out there for X amount of time, man, wearing sackcloth, man. You see? Not wearing, something that you can get from your urban Negro shop. Some type of bubble coat or bubble vest, so to speak. Let alone a bulletproof vest, a hoodie and a sidearm. Okay? And I pretty much think on the other side, though, it might be some type of pepper spray or something like that, though. But that definitely is a sidearm that he has on the side of him, man, with the vest. You see? Okay? This is pretty much the standard of their so-called uniform, so to speak, man. Or these men have gone into a deep, dark continence, man. Okay, and it's evident. You see? But they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit, man. And he that's spiritual judges for all things, man. And this is why we get on these guys, man. Okay? Because why? It's because they're waxing worse and worse. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. We all do have life and peace, man. Why? It's because the Lord delivers us out of troubles. The Lord guides us in a way to where we don't see, get caught up in the things of this world, man. Okay. You see, one of the brothers said something that was very, very, very profound. When doing the video speaking about Sakari, claiming to be a Hoover Crip, he said, "Hey, the Lord may present a situation, man, that he gets caught up in that whole gang banging lifestyle, man. Okay, to where it may cost him his life, man. You see, all right. So the Lord really has these men set up, man, to where the Lord's going to really set an example of these men, and we know, man, we're supposed to be moving in fear, man. We know the Lord is no joke, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna make do on every promise, man, that he's basically has purposed. You see, okay, and he's using his spirit, right, and sending it through his prophets, man, to speak these things, man. Okay, and they are actually going to come to pass, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna really pretty much raise up these wicked leaders of these camps, man, with these wayward doctrines, man, and making them as an example, man. You see. Right? It says, verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. You can't get around that. And what they're showing is carnality. Okay? Everything about them is carnality. There's nothing spiritual about these guys, man. They pretty much have gone off on the deep end. You're seeing the slow progression of what they identify themselves with this truth, man. You see, and what it has become. Okay, you see, but it says, right, because the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So they can't keep on talking about some law, even though we know we're not saved by the law, you know, you see, okay, right? It says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So these guys are pretty much living in the flesh, so there's no way they can please the Most High, and they are perpetual enemies of Him, man. You see, lest they repent. Okay, you see, but it says, but ye, speaking about us men, right, are not in the flesh, but are in the spirit. So if that the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you, now if any man not have the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. You see? Okay? And that's pretty much the point right there, man. You know? Okay? You are not any of the Lord's, man, if you're not rolling in the spirit, man. And these guys are clearly not rolling in the spirit, man. You know? Okay? This is pretty much what it has come to, man. And I pretty much doubt if any one of these guys up here, okay, that the deacon, he's pretty much Deacon Destruction, he's pretty much been in the truth for some years, but these guys that are coming up behind them, man, these guys are pretty much still wet behind the ears, man. They don't understand really what they're involved in, man. You see, okay, this is what they're gonna be looking at here, man. You're playing right into E's hands right now, okay? You're playing his game. You see, okay? And these guys are pretty much are not seeing it or listen, this is pretty much their lot, so to speak, man. Okay, this is the lot that Yahweh Bashim Shai pretty much has put into these guys, man. You see? All right. From there, let's go to 1 Corinthians real quick. We'll get that real quick. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Let's start at verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that you may obtain. You see? Okay, and pretty much, man, this is that that marathon, man, that we're in. Okay, and we're basically running that we may obtain. But how are we going to obtain? Okay, all right, doing the things that are pleasing unto the Lord, man. Okay, being in the spirit. You see? Okay, we know that anything that's outside of these scriptures, man, is and pretty much doing things contrary to the scriptures is not of the Lord. This is why when you look at this whole thing of the being a spiritual thing, is that when you do have a demon coming up, you can't reason with a demon just by speaking off the top, man. You gotta start reading these scriptures, man. Okay, they can't come up against that. You see, this ain't no going forth back and forth debate, man. That's what these guys like to do, man. It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. And you got to be temperate in all things, man. You got to be mild mannered, so to speak, man. Let's get that definition right now. Temperate. Temperate means mild or moderate. If you're a temple person, you are calm, reasonable. You see? Okay? And these guys are wicked and unreasonable men. And we pray that we are delivered from being around these guys like this, man. Or even being affiliated with them, man. Okay? You see? All right? But it says, man, that they're temperate in all things. Now, they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. Okay? These guys are doing the things to obtain a corruptible crown. The accolades, the fame, trying to get that bag off of this music thing, man. And when you turn on one of their videos, it's evident, man. You got a 5-minute long introduction. First they selling their gear, selling their mixtapes or whatever have you they're selling before they even get into really this whole thing as the word. You see, this whole 5-minute introduction, man. Selling their own merchandise, man. You see? Okay? And they're fitting right into the hands of that black subculture, man, because look at this what they're selling, man. They're selling hats and hoodies and these things, man. You know? You see? Okay? But these two guys are doing it, man, to obtain a corruptible crown. Right? But we a incorruptible. Right? Now, therefore, so run. Now that's uncertainty, right? But we're fully persuaded. So fight I, like Paul said, right? Now that's one that beateth the air, man. We're not doing this thing in vain, man. Okay, we have to firmly believe that this is we're doing the will of the Lord, man, and fully convinced and persuaded, man. Okay, and that's faith. You see, right? It says 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, man. These guys are not bringing anything into subjection, man. Okay? These guys are pretty much are self-willed, man. You see? Okay? He says, lest that by any means that when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. And that's what these guys are, man. These guys are pretty much a castaway, man. You know? The scriptures speak about wisdom should not enter into a malicious soul, man. And for sure, these guys are a bunch of malicious souls, man. You know, like you may have some people that are brothers that are sincere within this group. Maybe the brother goes by the name of Hassan. He seems like he's sincere. He's pretty much bright eyed and eager and really gets into the word. You see, they look at him as one of their so-called rising stars, so to speak. But you may have an individual like him, that may be sincere, and other brothers pretty much pointed that out. You see, pretty much one of the brothers made a video, pretty much questioning him about what do you think about your leader, because why we see things through the spirit, man, and he seems like he may be sincere. He's not in this video here on this freeze frame, but pretty much you got men that are in these other camps, and we always say that, starting from the apostles and elders on down, that they may be of the elect amongst these other camps, man. There is of the elect amongst these other camps, man. You see, but hey, whatever course the Lord has them to go through, man, they have to go through it, man, to really pretty much to ultimately come into the fold, so to speak, man. You see, okay, right from there, let's go to 2 Corinthians. Let's go to 2 Corinthians, chapter 6. Let's start at the top. It says, we then, as workers together with him, beseech you also that you receive not the grace of the Most High in vain. So these guys are receiving the grace of the Most High in vain, man. Okay? You see? Right now, we're supposed to be doing everything that we can do, man, to do everything that's pleasing to the Lord, man. Okay? All right? Because we're in that grace period, man. But what? They're using their grace in vain by making merchandise of the people, man. You see? Okay? Right? It says, for he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation I have secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Right? Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. You see? And right now, man, we're seeing that the clock is running out, man. Okay? And these guys are pretty much, man, doing things, man, to have the ministry blamed, man. You see? Okay? It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, man. We're proving ourselves of that, man. Right? In much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, dealing with this whole everyday life, man, here in Babylon, man, we going through these things, man. In stripes and imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings and fastings. You see? Right? And pretty much that's the point right there, man. We are in the spirit, and we are going through these things, man. And it's pretty much we're building that spiritual, that callus upon us, man, so to speak, man, by going through these things, man. You know, these guys are pretty much of the world, man. You know, okay? They're not approving themselves to be ministers of the Most High, man. You see? Okay? You know, the Lord said, man, we got to go through that straight gate, man. You see? All right? Because why, man? We know that this man is coming, man. He's coming with vengeance, man. The scriptures speak about, man. Um, the dragon was wroth with the woman, man. Okay? You see? So us knowing that it's going to come to pass through the scriptures, man. You know, we need to be able to have that covering and be able to lean on the Lord at the end of the day, man. You know, it's my last precept. I want to pull a little meat out of here. This is Psalm 17, verse 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of the wings, man. You know, pursuant to Psalms 91st chapter, man. You know, we want to be hid in these times, man. You know, right? It says, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. And they're always keeping an eye on Jake, man. You know? And you're gonna understand that whatever thought process Jake has, they truly care about, man. They're really concerned with that, man. You know? Okay? This is a bother this truth is a bothersome concern for them, man. You know? Okay? But when it's time to demonize it, they're gonna put these guys out there. Okay? As the face of this whole thing, man. You know? Okay? Forget about the message and anything else, though, and pretty much sensationalize the message, so to speak. You know? Okay, these people are pretty much going to be harping on pretty much the wrong things, and really things that they understand not. But then they're going to be showing things like this. Okay? You see? All right? You know, not all men have faith, man. You know? But it says, right? Right? My deadly enemies who compass me about. Okay? All right? We're walking in the peril of our overthrow right now, man. You know? It says, they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. You know, and even against this truth that we have it, man, you still got, you know, these other people, these so-called Christians coming up against this truth and speaking proudly like there's no way that we're right about anything that we're saying, man. And are fully convinced, you know, their conscience is seeing with a hot iron, man. You know, about what it is, what they were taught, man. Colonized religion, so to speak, man. You see? It says, now they have compassed us and our steps, and they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. And they are compassing people with their alphabets and putting you on lists and you know, this is the people to watch out for, and you know, that's compassing you about in your steps, man. You know? Okay? You know, they're watching, man. You see? Okay? Right? Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, right? Continually drunk off the blood of the saints, man. You see? And as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, man. You know? And he pretty much, man, this man has his hand in a lot of this, trying to infiltrate this truth, man. You see? Okay? He's lurking in the secret places of Yahweh Bashim Awashai, at least attempting to, man. You see? Okay? Pretty much trying to infiltrate the ministry, man. You know? A lot of these people that are in here are pretty much agents and bought and paid for and spies and the like, man. You know? On the payroll, so to speak, man. You know? Right? Verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You know? And this is basic 101, man. We already know the man has the power with a sword, and what he's not gonna do set up a cunning, elaborate scheme to pretty much get you out of the way, and to pretty much have this ministry blamed, okay, and demonize it, right? From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures, right? The Lord pretty much is giving this man leeway to have the pleasures of the earth, man. Okay? But pretty much, man, that is coming to a dead end now. Okay? You know, we at an impasse right now, so to speak, man. You know? And an impasse is what? Okay? The Lord's pretty much about to call it a day of his laborers out there, man. Okay? Why? It's because that famine of word is soon going to be coming. Okay? You see? But we want to be delivered from the men of the world that have a portion in this life, man. Right? Who the Lord has given them favor in this life, man. Why? It's because this is their kingdom. You know? Right? It says, they are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. You know? Right? Right? As for me, let's see, hold on. Salakia. Right? As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake in thy likeness. Okay, and this is what the prize is, man. We want to awake in the likeness of Yahweh B'Shem Abishai, man. You see, all right. You know, this is pretty much, man. We're doing this in all sincerity, man. Okay, this clearly is not sincerity right here, man. You know, these guys are waxing worse and worse, man, and these guys are just lost souls out there, man. Okay, you know, you pretty much look at these guys, man. These guys pretty much ain't been in the truth that long, man. You can just tell them, look, man. You know, you see, all right. They don't understand what they're involved in, man. Okay, this is not the spirit of the Lord, man. At the end of the day, man. You see. So, just wanted to add my little, spiritual 2 cents in. Brothers been doing various videos concerning this matter. Brothers bring out, pretty much, put their own little spirit to it, and hey, it's all for the body, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, Shalom.